Hey guys, happy Thanksgiving. This is Interesting Andrew. Um, I am currently making my turkey and I have a little bit of downtime between basting and such, and so I figured I'd knock out question 13 of the Summa Theologica. This is on the names of God and different topics surrounding that. So, first thing would be question 13, Article 1, page 140. Whether a name can be given to God. The objection is no, no name can be given to God, for every name is either abstract or concrete. He answers, on the contrary, it is written in Exodus 15:3, the Lord is a man of war, almighty is his name. Words, and then he answers more in depth, words relate to the meaning of things signified through the medium of intellectual conception. The reason God has no name or is said to be above being named is because his essence is above all we understand about God and can signify with words. Um, so, yeah, basically, yes, we can't comprehend the essence of God, but there are names that I would kind of consider like accolades or titles that you can give to God um, to um, kind of capture a part of his character, and that's fine. And then going on, it would be question 13, Article 2 on page 142. Whether any name can be applied to God substantially. The objections are God is not understood by us in this life in his substance. Therefore, names applied to God are not said of him substantially. And then the answer is Damascene says that these names do not signify what God is, for as much as by none of these names is perfectly expressed what he is, but each one signifies him in an imperfect manner, even as creatures represent him imperfectly. So, yeah, our vocabulary would not be able to properly signify all of God, but some of them can, you know, give partial clues or reference to him and his character. Question 13, Article 3, page 145, would be whether any name can be applied to God in its literal sense. He answers, names which are applied to God literally imply corporeal conditions, not in the thing signified, but by their mode of signification. Those which are applied of God metaphorically imply and mean a corporeal condition in a thing signified. So yeah, they're metaphors. Um, think of like poetry. It is not to be literal, but in an artistic way allows you to signify what simple literal words may not. Um, and so essentially artistic license to um, try to paint a picture of God is fine because that's all we really have to explain God. And then I go all the way to question 13, Article 11. That's on page 163 because a lot of this is very niche and they don't add as much as these first articles did. So that's why we're going all the way to Article 11 on page 163. And that would be whether the name I am is the most proper name of God. If you remember, that would be in Exodus, where Moses, it says, when Moses asked God for his name, he answers, I am. Exodus 3, 13 through 14. Therefore, the name God gives us for him is most proper. I mean, obviously, the one he tells you would be the most proper way to address him would be that. The name I am is most proper for three reasons. It doesn't signify form, but existence. its universality to describe God and its co-signification for it signifies present existence, and this above all else properly applies to God, whose existence knows not past or future. So yeah, basically, it captures his infinitude by just saying "I am." In Greek, there is a. I studied ancient Greek when I was going to school to be a pastor. Um, there is a tense called the perfect tense, which means like forever ongoing without end. That is used, if my memory strikes me right, in one in instance, it would be Revelation 21:5, where Jesus says, "Behold, I'm making all things new." And that's in reference to heaven for us, the new heaven, the new earth. And it implies that it's an ongoing work and will always be ongoing. Um, and so I kind of use that as a frame to think of when God says, "I am." He is everlasting. He is always ongoing in either direction. And it captures the infinity of his existence and the scale of him as well. What am I? I am. And also, you could also infer back to the first questions in the Summa Theologica of God being the first principle. What is he? He is the most real, actually, because everything is derived from him, including matter. He is beyond matter, and he created that, and everything is made of matter and atoms. Therefore, he is the ultimate existence, because everything is derived from him. Um, that's, I mean, in general, like the name I am has just so much authority and is so poetic, is so cool when I think upon it. Um, that really, I think it's a great way to end question 13. Next, we will be going over question 14. Not today, but in the future. And yeah, I wish you guys all a happy Thanksgiving. If it's not Thanksgiving anymore when you're viewing this, well, anyway. This has been interesting, Andrew. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.